Okay, hey everybody, this is Alchemisted, and we are here. We are here. After it's been a long time since we've actually had an episode, and there's a lot of stuff to talk about. Deca has finally reached out. I'm going to get to that in a separate video, though, because I want to have it on hand to talk the actual message to read out and talk about. Today, we are just going to get into this. We're going to jump into this mission. Axiom. And the reward for the event is a Dreadnought cruiser that is basically an Alliance galaxy. I was expecting it to be more of an ambassador kind of deal, but it's not. This enlarged display window. This is basically like the ship display window, and it's kind of ugh. I don't know. I'm kind of hot and cold on this one at the same time. I like the shape of the ship, but like I like the shape of the ship, but I don't like how busy the ship is. It's incredibly busy. I don't know. Maybe it'll grow on me. It does have a hangar. I don't know if it has a lance or not. There is an Alliance lance. Well, it's more of an Alliance Lotus, actually, that you can get with the Khitomer Dreadnought. Or not the Khitomer Dreadnought, the Khitomer Battlecruiser. So I guess it technically would have a Lotus. This thing, I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know. Anyways. Play now. Axiom. Is this where they finally tell us that, oh my god, they were villains the whole time? The thing that everybody immediately figured out.
Greetings. Hugh, Director of the Cooperative Borg and Borg Reclamation Project speaking. I am reaching out to you as Command has spoken very highly of your accomplishments. In particular, I'm told you're experienced in dealing with a variety of Borg. Another incursion is taking place in the Ramazad system. Can you meet me there? I'll send you my coordinates upon arrival. I'm still waiting to hear back from other allies. We'll need all the backup we can get.
And we get XB uniforms, which is cool, I suppose. I would have rather preferred the Picard, like the jacket from Picard. Random, very rare space item. Although, the presence of Hugh, this is deliberate. This is a deliberate choice, according to, I think, according to Randall, according to Jeremy Randall. He's now the lead designer of the game, Bordicus. And the decision to bring Hugh in is a very deliberate choice to distance this game, I think, from modern Trek. So, yes, we are going to go meet with them in the Ramazan system.
A choice.
So, hey, his character's not dead. So this is essentially outright saying it's a different universe. It's a different reality. It's not the same reality as New Trek. It's not the same reality as Picard. It does, however, continue to have all kinds of stuff from Picard, which backs up my theory that the Stowe setting, at least this particular version of the Stowe setting, is basically Sakaar from Marvel, or the Marvel Cinematic Universe, rather. It's the garbage dump of the multiverse. Yay. Transwarp. Yes. I also did finally get the Section 31 phaser rifle, which I used a lot on the PS4 that I haven't been able to get because they haven't sold it anywhere on PC. And that's something I've been waiting for a while, because this is a really, really good gun. Alright, everybody's here doing their daily for the event. We are in the... So if you've been watching the Endeavor and Randoms, I've really been favoring the Sirius. I've got a build with the Sirius that is pretty good, all things considered. Pretty versatile. Really great for doing Endeavors. Because my inventory is going to be a mess. I got all kinds of stuff I'm trying to get rid of. All kinds of kit modules. But I have a fighter for every damage type, save kinetic. But kinetic, that's what torpedoes are for. So I can basically do, whenever they put up the, like, use your alt endeavors, like, this music really needs to chill the fuck out. Like the deal, like, specific damage type. Yeah. I just throw on one of these fighters, and I go mess with the Kazon for a minute. Really useful. Begin Axiom. I drank a lot of caffeine. Deal with it.
What a surprise! I didn't expect to see you here. I'm responding to a call from Director Hugh of the Cooperative Borg. The Lucari Concordium has recently chosen me as their ambassador for all things Borg. He asked me to join him here to help with another incursion. I've been here for quite a while now. I'm not sure he's coming. Are you here to help as well?
That's right, but his absence is concerning.
I agree. He's typically quite punctual. So I've heard, anyway. Well, I'm afraid I've also come across some starship debris in the system that I have yet to identify. It appears we're arriving at the aftermath of a tense clash. I suggest we try and find the director together. With your permission, I'll set up a sensor link so that our ships can share any data we find.
Alright, let's do it.
Sensor link is active. Let's start with the ship debris up ahead.
I'm using the Type 7s because they have close-in sensor pass, which lowers enemy resistances. I know that they've completely redone the Borg, at least the cooperative Borg ships.
Let's see. Sensors are picking up microscopic fragments of advanced regenerative circuitry, nanites, and decentralized control system debris. This is most certainly a full and cooperative probe. Something must have happened to their fleet. Let's hurry. There's more debris over there. Scans indicate high-density alloy and further Borg circuitry fragments. Disruptive, not regenerative. In any case, this is not cooperative debris. The quantum signature doesn't even match our universe.
Rule of 3.
Look out! Control Borg sphere incoming!
Struggle is pointless.
Well done. That certainly explains the debris' quantum signature. Let's continue. I see a final cluster of debris up ahead. fractal alloy is unlike any debris I've ever seen. It's protected by a quantum dispersal field. Someone must have come back to scatter the ship's debris signature. Its origin is untraceable. Heads up! Subspace sensors are picking up residual distortion nearby. A warp trail. Recalibrating sensor array frequencies.
Oh shit, my traits. Okay, no, my traits are good.
Tachyon decay and subspace phase variances suggest this warp trail is 2 hours old. We should get closer. There might be survivors. Oh dear. Sensor readings are fluctuating erratically due to the magnetic properties of dense asteroids nearby. It's the Harmony. What's Tassine Faye's ship doing here?
Betraying us.
Perhaps Tassine Faye was called in to help as well. The vessel seems to be suffering from multiple systems failures. They may require assistance. Shall we send out a hail?
Alright. So I know that this is pretty much the first mission that Deca really did most of the work on. So they were pretty proud of it. So let's see how this goes. Comms, open hailing frequencies.
Oh, right. Starship Harmony, this is Admiral Kumar K of the LSS Ruskava. Come in. Tassine Faye, do you copy? No response. Complete comm silence. I know this isn't exactly standard protocol, but considering the potential gravity of the situation, should we consider beaming down?
Let's try an energy field scan.
You're right. Let's proceed with caution. It's no use. The magnetic properties of the denser asteroids near the ship are interfering with our scans.
We could use the tractor beam to move the Harmony away from this area.
An excellent idea. I'll send out an encoded subspace transmission detailing our intentions. I should be able to transmit it on a narrow enough frequency for it to bypass the interference, but we're unlikely to be met with a response, I'm afraid. Here's hoping Tassine Faye is able to receive it, and that we aren't breaking with any Etherean customs.
Their custom is to betray us. Doesn't look like we have a choice.
Right. I have identified a section of the Ramizad system where signals are not compromised by the asteroids. Meet me there.
Copy that. I'll move the Harmony.
Huh. Who would have thought that you'd be towing the Harmony today?
Personally, I would like to tow it to the sun. Can we do that?
The ship is still too close to the asteroids. Just a little further. It's working. The interference is subsiding. I suggest we try a final hail before we scan again. Starship Harmony, this is Admiral Kumar K. Do you copy? Starship Harmony, do you require assistance? Nothing. I'll consult with my comms officer. Ensign Farunte, what's your assessment?
The Harmony might be experiencing a communications blackout, Admiral. This is likely unrelated to the interference caused by any asteroids.
Well, time really could be of the essence. We still have no idea where the director is or if he's all right. And I'm beginning to worry that the same might be said of Tassine Faye.
You're right. I'll scan the Harmony. Block weapons.
This doesn't look good. Shields are lowered. I'm not detecting any breaches, so it must have been done voluntarily. Scans also indicate that the atmospheric conditions aboard the ship are highly unusual, and only just able to accommodate other species. Furthermore, the ship itself is exhibiting properties that are consistent with a multidimensional vortex. It's as if it is phasing in and out of existence. Or at least parts of it seem to be. What's more, multiple sections of the ship seem to be under strict lockdown.
Sounds serious. Beaming down without authorization might be our only option.
I agree. I recommend we stay on high alert. Who knows what caused the ship's partial lockdown? This mission could be quite dangerous, especially if the Etherians are unresponsive.
Yep, you sure you want to go?
Quite sure, but I do appreciate you asking. I would rather face my fears head-on than retreat to the proverbial shadows. It's been quite good for me. I feel empowered, actually.
Interesting that they're letting you choose the tone of your response. In that case, we better get going.
You read my mind. The ship's systems should have logged our attempts at establishing contact before beaming down. That said, I'm not sure I trust the accuracy of any of our current scans, given the situation. One last thing. I do recommend we leave our bridge officers behind for now. I don't feel comfortable sending anyone else down there before conducting a preliminary assessment. Ready when you are.
See you. See you there. Beam down. Here we are, leaving our bridge officers behind again. I remember when this was a thing, and people were like, please stop doing this.
This interior. It's beautiful.
It looks like Elysium from Mega Man Legends. It's probably just as terrifying.
It looks like the hallway behind us is locked. In fact, this room is under full lockdown, which I suspect will be true of most of the rooms we will encounter aboard the Harmony. Bypassing security lockouts might require some thinking outside the triangle. Or box? It's an Earth saying. I suggest we take a look around. Perhaps there's another way out. Let's tread carefully.
I'll lead the way. Jesus! That's like the brick phone of tricorders. This is giving me mad Elysium vibes. Full system lockdown bypass.
Maybe this will allow us to open the door to the hallway behind us.
Let's try it.
No, the security clearance required to bypass this console is too high. We won't be able to go this way. Let's look around. Optimizing tricorders for environmental scanning. What a unique structure. Optimizing for material analysis. Incredible. These polygonal wall structures act as data nodes.
Scanned it with the palm of my hand because the tricorder animation is busted.
It appears they store recordings of events that have happened aboard the ship. They contain both visual and auditory data. You don't suppose we're being watched, do you?
Yup.
In any case, it looks like this room's lockdown has been bypassed. Let's try the console by the other door. There must be a way forward.
Alright, I'll take point.
done. All right, we better stay alert. We don't know what the consequences of bypassing the security measures aboard this ship are. For all we know, it could mean a variety of automated countermeasures, or perhaps none at all, given the situation. Let's keep scanning for abnormalities along the way until we get to the bottom of this.
Alright, let's go.
Lead the way.
So this species is apparently like very PlayStation 1 Final Dungeon. Are you gonna like follow me or anything? You're just gonna let me charge into the main gate from Mega Man Legends 1? Okay. Wolverine!
It's very empty in here. I wonder where all the crew members are.
I'm gonna say dead or betraying us. Or dead because they betrayed us. Somewhere in their betrayal is hello. Oh, you're just gonna do that. Okay. This is a PS1 dungeon. Examine console. Kumarke is just going to be creepy Watson the whole time. I can deal with it. Through harmony, we are secure.
That's what Tarsine Faye always says.
Like a guiding principle. Like a guiding principle. Like the Sith Code.
Could I have a word?
Comet. Dog. Wall. You can stop me anytime.
I'm feeling a little uneasy. No, not about the possibility of finding a Borg incursion aboard. It's about the comment I made earlier, about being watched. It was meant to be light-hearted, but I'm starting to think we are being monitored. It doesn't help that this room is on lockdown as well, and it looks like the security clearances increase the further along we get. We'll need to get creative again.
How about the data node system we scanned? We could reverse engineer it.
Interesting. Instead of recording in real time, we could recalibrate the output so that the node plays back a recording from the past. At some point, someone aboard this ship must have input the console code needed to unlock this room. Such a recording might also provide us with insight into what happened aboard the Harmony.
I take it the nodes are encrypted.
Spot on! I would need to input some kind of information about the data we want to access in order to bypass any encrypted subroutines. In theory, this would allow me to recalibrate the node's parameters to play back an older recording, though I'd have to reconfigure the node's memory buffer array to act as a holomatrix interface instead. In other words, the node will no longer function as a recording subsystem, but as a holo emitter, activated by a
remodulated tricorder. This could work.
I have to say, even though I'm not pleased about reverse engineering a theory in technology without authorization, the science behind this is quite exciting. Hopefully, Tarsine Faye will understand.
Again, they're letting you choose the tone of what you're saying. It's a risk we have to take.
If you scan the room for information, I will begin recalibrating the node's parameters.
Let's go to Voik. Scan data. What the hell is this?
Reconfiguring memory array to optimize for holo emission output.
Why are there like 4 little cubes here?
Remodulating tricorders. Integrating environmental data to bypass encryptions. Done. The system is active. Shall we give it a try?
In that case, please follow me.
Okay, so this is your new scan here, Chachki, apparently.
This technology looks like a fragment of a larger piece.
Yes, Hugh. It's a piece of something bigger.
Director Hugh, it is good to finally meet you face to face.
So, you said you needed help.
It worked! So, both Director Hugh and Tassin Fei were aboard the Harmony. What's more, the decay rate of the chronoton particles emitted by these projections placed the recording approximately 1 hour before the Harmony's warp trail signature in Ramizad. It's likely that whatever battle took place out there occurred after the Director beamed aboard. Curious. It's a start. However, I'm sure you've noticed that these recording fragments are both static and out of order. The node's harmonic emitters didn't take too kindly to being tampered with. I doubt we'll be able to play out the full animated sequence of events. That said, we should be able to realign the data and unlock the full recording if we place these fragments in the right order.
Leave that to me.
Place these fragments in the correct order. What happened first? Right. Tassin Fei welcomed Director Hugh and his bridge officers aboard the Harmony. What happened then?
Scan the piece of technology.
After Tassin Fei welcomed Director Hugh and his bridge officers aboard, Director Hugh scanned a piece of technology which he considered to be part of a fragment of a larger piece. So, naturally...
And then they left.
The fragments have been placed in the correct order. First, Tassin Fei welcomed Director Hugh and his team aboard the ship. Then, Director Hugh scanned some technology which was part of a larger piece. Lastly, Tassin Fei asked Director Hugh and his officers to follow her, so they all left the room. We did it! Right. I've fed the data back into the node in the correct order this time. We should be able to play the full sequence of events now. Remember, it's likely to be visually incomplete due to the harmonics malfunction within the node, but the acoustics shouldn't be affected. Shall we?
Let's watch it.
Director Hugh, it is good to finally meet you face to face. I have heard a lot about you and your skill set.
Leader Tassin Fei, please call me Hugh. Likewise, I've heard a lot about the Etherians.
Like how you plan to betray us.
So, you said you needed help.
Yes, a piece of Borg technology has been found aboard the Harmony. We may be compromised.
Let's see. You're right. This is control Borg technology, all right. And yet, the energy signature isn't an exact match. This technology looks like a fragment of a larger piece.
They have
We'll need to
TOS.
locate the rest of it before I can make an assessment.
They have TOS tricorders, what?
Of course, our diplomatic quarters are available should you wish to stay longer for this assessment. Please excuse the furnishing. Under normal circumstances, we redress our rooms for all our guests.
Well, these circumstances are far from normal. But that won't be necessary. We won't be staying long.
I see. How unfortunate. Perhaps another time.
Yeah, we didn't get to brainwash you.
In that case, please follow me.
We gotta brainwash you fast. I'm gonna make little wavy fingers in the air. And that will somehow open the door.
Great teamwork. We've pieced it all together. It looks like Director Hugh and his officers beamed aboard the Harmony to help Tosin Fey identify a piece of...
Control board technology.
Exactly. Fortunately, the data node recording also shows the console code used by Tosin Fey to bypass security. I suggest we look out for other consoles along the way. Perhaps we'll be able to use this method again. This probably also won't be the last data node we'll be able to interact with aboard the ship. Right, let's move on, shall we?
Oh, this is going to be a long one, isn't it? Under the console code.
So, it seems like the starship debris we found earlier might have been control Borg then. If we proceed, the door behind us will likely lock. We'll need to choose a path. Right behind you. Look! It seems like a struggle may have taken place here. It's one of Director Hugh's officers.
Was one of his officers.
We better help them. Shields are still down. We can stabilize them and beam them out.
On it.
This isn't good. We need to figure out what happened here. Are you thinking what I'm thinking?
You see a data node.
That's the spirit! Our tricorders are already remodulated and optimized for holographics. If you gather information to bypass the encryption subroutines, I'll get started on the node's parameters.
See what I can find.
I'm feeling less guilty about tampering with Etherian technology. Our allies could be in danger. Recalibrating parameters. Almost there. Got it. The fragments should be ready to play.
I will lead you to our lower decks.
Watch out! What are you doing?
Interesting.
It worked! Unlike the last recording we watched, these initial fragments seem to be in the right order. That means Tosin Fey was leading Director Hugh and his officers to the lower decks of the ship. After that, something or someone attacked them. Well, this part seems right. However, my scans indicate the presence of corrupted data located inside the memory buffers. One of the following fragments does not align with the expected data intervals of the recording. That is to say, one of the recordings of Director Hugh was added later on. It was artificially injected into the data sequence.
A falsified fragment added to the data node.
Perhaps. We can't rule it out. But that doesn't seem like something the Control Borg would do. It seems a little too calculated, don't you think? In any case, we need to make a choice and identify the artificial fragment so we can remove the corrupted data and access the rest of the recording.
Leave it to me.
Which fragment was artificially added to the data node?
How the okay, so I just have to guess. Okay, so it's a 50-50 shot. An unknown construct. Well, the control Borg were here, but that could have easily been a fake out. Too bad we couldn't talk to the guy before we beamed him out. Let's try this.
Right. An unknown construct appeared from beyond the portal and attacked the group. The falsified fragment has been identified. First, Tassin Fey told Director Hugh and his bridge officers that she would lead them to the lower decks of the ship. But then, an unknown construct attacked Director Hugh and his bridge officers from beyond the portal. One of his bridge officers was left wounded. Well done. That's it. It wasn't a control Borg that fired at Director Hugh's officer, but an unknown construct.
Yeah, here we go.
It seems... Etherean? The corrupted data has been removed successfully. The full sequence of events is now ready to play. Unfortunately, the harmonics are acting up again, so expect some fragmentation. The system is active. Let's play its last recording.
Let's watch it.
It is a shame you are not staying longer. We have much to discuss. I am curious about the liberated Borg.
Well, the path of a liberated Borg is not easy. Ultimately, it's about giving others a second chance.
Fascinating. Ethereans believe in giving others a second life, like in ascension.
That
I
sounds...
suppose you could compare it to that. Helping others overcome their past so they can grow.
Indeed. If you follow me, I will lead you to our lower decks.
You said this is where you found the control Borg boarding party?
Indeed.
Do you know how they were able to bypass your shields?
We are uncertain. Several malfunctions have been reported. No conclusions have been drawn yet.
What are you doing?
This was not supposed to happen.
Get behind me!
You guys suck.
My word, so that's what actually happened. It seems like an Etherean security system of some sort attacked Director Hugh and his officers. But by Luca, I cannot imagine why someone would come back afterwards to plant a falsified recording implicating the Borg. It's beyond me.
Does seem odd.
In any case,
If
Tassin
you're not
Fey's
paying
remark is
attention.
important. If the Etherean security system has gone rogue, there might be more for us to worry about than control Borg. Fortunately, this recording also shows the console code used to activate this portal. I suppose it will lead to the lower decks. Here's the code. Will you do the honors?
See what lies ahead. So, this mission in the dev log had some serious disclaimers about the content of this mission. When the comments evolved to become glad nomad, the Ethereans found their true purpose. The Aether offers knowledge so divine that naturally it chose itself to govern the actions of all. So the words can't be translated.
I believe this calls for the Earth saying, "Here goes nothing."
They're trying really hard to endear you to Kumarke in this mission. Death flags.
These lower decks sure are darker.
They're the Dark Protoss. Everything all right?
Yes. I mean, I think so. I feel confident that we are on the right track, especially after seeing both Director Hugh and Tarsine Faye pass through here. And yet, I just feel unsettled. There's something not quite right about all of this. Do you feel it too?
I do. Stay close.
Before we move on, I want to make sure you know that you can count on me. Entirely. Last time we underwent a mission together, I told you I wasn't certain I'd be a reliable ally against Borg forces. That's not the case anymore. I feel stronger than ever. Although I still have some reservations, I won't be showing up late to the party this time.
Interesting. Again, you get a chance to select a tone. That means more to me than you know. Primarily because I'm pretty sure the Etherians are betraying us, and I mean, I'm gonna need you to be Johnny on the spot with that information. You're gonna need to pivot fast.
Well, I'm glad that's settled. Let's get back to business. This room
Contains data nodes.
Exactly. You know the drill. If you search the room for information, I'll begin recalibrating the data node's parameters. Those encryption subroutines won't stand a chance.
Let's get started.
I admit, I'm feeling apprehensive.
Yeah, the music has certainly gotten more
What we're about
ominous.
to see next could be very telling. Integrating the environmental information. Bypassing encryptions. All done. The fragments are ready to play.
Unit Bridge, requesting immediate backup.
There has been a grave misunderstanding.
So I'm pretty sure the security system freaked out and targeted him because he's Borg. Or was Borg.
Now, Director, we will not let you perish.
Oh, yeah, here we go. Rebirth, Ascension. They're the Kabali.
You shall be consumed and uplifted anew.
Oh, yeah.
Perish? Did they really get into some kind of near-fatal altercation? I can't even imagine it. Tarsine Faye is our ally and friend. There must be more to this.
Why am... like... oh, my God. Nope. Everybody in Universe is an idiot. Nobody... I can't understand the way that the Etherians talk, how, like, anybody trusted them to begin with. I agree, it's strange. Falsified data again.
Unfortunately, my scans suggest that the node's memory buffer may be overloaded. Over time, this could lead to slight alterations in recorded material due to deletions or simplifications, for example. So rather than an artificial addition, it seems to be a corruption of the original events. There should be some truth to this scenario, but something's off. We'll need to identify the altered fragment and restore it to its original form in order to play the full sequence of events.
All right.
Which data node fragment was altered?
raised his weapon at Tassin Fei.
The node is not receptive. Which data node fragment was altered?
Dr. Hugh fell to the ground critically wounded.
The altered fragment has been identified. Director Hugh raised his weapon at Tassin Fei, but he was not critically wounded.
Okay.
Finally, Tassin Fei lifted his body out of the room. By Lucar, we did it. I was hoping for this outcome. Hopefully this means that Director Hugh was not gravely injured. Let's see what actually happened here. The full sequence is ready to play.
Let's play it. It's an abduction.
Due to bridge, requesting immediate backup.
There has been a grave misunderstanding.
I can see that. What the hell is going on here?
Our security system is registering you and your officers as Prime Borg.
Tassin Fei, I really don't want to take down your construct. Get them to stand down.
I understand. This won't be necessary. You will be neutralized until we can repair our systems.
Neutralized? Okay, we might be getting lost in translation, but that's not happening.
Fret not, Director. We will not let you perish. You shall be conserved and uplifted anew.
I don't like the sound of either of those things.
By Lucar, we did it. I was hoping for this outcome. Hopefully this means that Director
We
Hugh
got
is not gravely
missing
injured.
audio.
Let's see what actually happened here.
Okay, that's
The
it.
full sequence is ready to play.
Well, that's it. Director Hugh was neutralized by Tassin Fei in an effort to protect him, I suppose? And it looks like his wounded bridge officer made it out of the room.
That's it. Director Hugh was
Okay,
neutralized by Tassin Fei in an effort to protect him, I suppose? And it looks like his wounded bridge officer made it out of the room. Well, if the director and his officers are registering as enemy Borg to the Etherean security system, then there's no telling how it will register us. After all, you and I have both had dealings with the Borg that have left us changed. Thankfully, the recording once again shows the console code Tassin Fei used to get out of this room. However, perhaps we should stop tampering with the data nodes from now on.
Good call. What about this neutralization?
Tassin Fei's choice seems somewhat abrupt. It certainly wouldn't be acceptable by Lucari diplomatic standards. But if she intends to uplift him anew, as she said, perhaps she only meant to conceal Director Hugh's biosigns from her security system.
I don't know. I don't like it.
Ethereum customs could be wildly different from mine or yours. Perhaps this is not as transgressive as it seems.
Even so, he was right to call for help.
I agree. Let's input the console code so we can move on and beam in some backup. The coordinates might be a little off as we are unfamiliar with the Harmony's exotic interdimensional topography. Beam-in could be delayed, and the exact arrival position unknown.
Let's hope for the best.
Admiral Kumarke to the Rescava. We are requesting backup aboard the Harmony. Director Hugh is down. I repeat, Director Hugh is down.
Admiral Kumarke, this is Ensign Varunte reporting in. We have notified both of your crews. We're struggling to get a lock on your position. We'll beam someone down as soon as we can.
Copy that, Varunte. Right. Let's not waste a moment.
I think what we're seeing down here is the real Etherians. Everything else was just sort of a,
That's Director Hugh's other officer. Let's stabilize them and beam them out.
Somebody gave chase. Alright. I'm gonna pause for a second here, because this one is gonna be a long one. I'm getting ruins. We've gone from... I'm still getting main gate, but I'm now getting ruins.
Watch out! Control Borg ahead! No match for us.
That was really easy. Astrometrics lab. This is a very cush lab. This is a very pointy lab.
Unsurprisingly, this room is also on lockdown. We'll need to figure out how to move on without a recording of Tarsine Faye's console code. We could take a swift look around. Any insight into the Etherians could be valuable to us.
Let's do it.
What an incredible astrometrics laboratory. I never imagined Etherians to be galactic strategists, though.
This is why
Perhaps
you fail.
they're less quick to trust others than I had originally thought.
Perhaps they are less trustworthy than apparently everybody else originally thought. It also looks like a meeting room with it's got chairs. Yeah, this is not an astrometrics lab. This looks like a war room.
This star chart shows an array of interlinked gateways placed across a vast number of alternate dimensions. Fascinating. I haven't seen many other species use gateways as a means of transportation.
The Tholians do it. The Etherians are the Combine. They're just a little bit nicer about it, apparently. Nice is subjective. After the Great Cybernetic Onslaught, the Doctrine, too, evolved. Military tactics no longer concerned themselves with redacted, as those who could not see the light were... Oh, yeah. Purge time. It's the Purge. Oh, boy. I hate being right. Instead, the all-knowing Aether has brought us countless victories, some more noteworthy than redacted target species proved to be. The rest is untranslatable.
Cybernetic onslaught. It seems these military texts describe the battle the Etherians fought against the Borg, as well as other civilizations. This retelling is much less grim than I would have imagined. Didn't they say the Borg decimated their entire universe?
Surprise, they're lying.
Perhaps the military texts hold the key to our exit. That didn't work.
The Exladar.
That's it. Well done.
Through unity, we are strong.
Lead the way.
That is reminding me of the Sith Code.
Rogue security system constructs up ahead. Let's keep moving. Look out! Control Borg heading our way! They must be beaming in from other sections of the ship. are these? Etherean living quarters? Oddly enough, it sort of looks familiar.
I don't like the sound of that. You know, if I'm fighting Borg, I should probably bring a weapon for fighting Borg. As awesome as the Section 31 gun is. Oh, they have crates with stuff in it. Okay. Interesting. It's a big bed. Kind of uncomfortable looking, though. So the Ethereans all sort of like You know what these remind me of? These look like Borg regenerative alcoves. Just really nice and Protossy. They've even got like the little like sphere or globe or plasma ball thing at the back. I think we're looking at the Borg by another name. I think Aether is basically just another kind of Borg.
Look out! Control Borg heading our way!
Yeah, they got little loot boxes. Something the game has forgotten existed and just gives you like little glowing globes of crap. Those look like Borg. Holy shit, those are Borg alcoves.
Oh my. It's a whole wall of Grendat Bexes. But why?
Grendat what?
Perhaps this is how Ethereans honor their fallen.
Oh, this is the guy who blew himself up on the Dyson sphere in the other reality. Read name plaque. Model R1V3RA. Oh, I feel like I was spot on with the Elysium comparisons from Mega Man Legends. R1FLO. 73J3R1N4. 574 D3L M4N. GU1N 7H3R. F47UN. Fatum. These are the devs! That's my... These are all the names of the devs. Model March. Try M3L. VV1L H3LM. Yeah, these are the names of the Cryptic devs. OL50N. H4G3N. You bastards! Grandet Gia. Grandet Sko. Grandet Ann. Grandat Bex. DR0Z3. Julius Laird. 3V177. Reed. Jess. Harrington. John Herlack. See you, man. Losing John Herlack was a big loss for this game. However, it may or may not go with Deca. Renette Tree. Griffith. Grandat Best. That's a nice little tribute.
I'm picking up life signs nearby. Admiral Kumar K to the Rescava, requesting an immediate status report.
Admiral Kumar K, this is Ensign Varunte reporting in. We've got a lock on your position. Who should we send in?
My crew should be enough.
Understood. I'll send the coordinates over to your team. They should be with you soon.
Copy that.
And Ensign? Tell them to be careful, please. This ship is packed with Borg.
And a rogue security system.
It seems the Etherians use these energy portals to get from one level of their ship to the next. I wonder how many there are aboard the Harmony.
And what they lead to.
In any case, this Etherian portal is already open.
Here goes nothing. Okay. Didn't mean to do that. Final deck. Oh, that sounds nice.
Admiral Kumarke, this is Ensign Varunte. Did the crew make it?
They did, and not a moment too soon, Varunte. I'm picking up life signs further ahead on this deck of the ship. Localized interference makes them hard to identify, but it could be Director Hugh and Tassine Faye.
Let's go.
I'll be right behind you. Seems there are no data nodes in this room. And still no signs of Director Hugh or Tassine Faye. Without the recordings and console codes, we'll need to rely on environmental information alone to move forward.
Agreed. I'll look around.
Let's try the console at the end of the room. Neurodrills? Hydroponics pods? Is this a sick bay or a science lab?
Neither.
Nothing here. We'll have to keep looking. Rogue security system incoming! Our console interaction must have activated them. They're stronger than the last ones! Well done. Quite the interruption. Now, where were we?
Through redacted, we are redacted. Another Aetherian Axiom, but redacted?
It does seem like a line from Tassine Faye's Axiom. Through harmony we are secure, through unity we are strong. Perhaps the redactions are an added security measure. The words seem to have been superimposed with others that cannot be translated, not unlike a palimpsest. But if this line reads anything like the other two, then I'm not sure why a redaction is needed.
It is the Sith code. It absolutely is a Sith code. I don't recall a third line.
Me neither. Not in any of my interactions with Tassine Faye. Either way, this unfortunately doesn't help us unlock the door.
Right, let's keep looking. The axiom is law, the axiom is life. Though the axiom Though the Aether prescribes it, it cannot be denied that our expansive studies of other species has made a significant contribution to our doctrine, and for that, the Aether rewards us with ascension. The Tal Shiar in particular served as... Oh, son of a bitch. The rest is missing. Son of a bitch.
This is a partial biomedical display of Etherian energy readings. These readings indicate the presence of enhanced sensory organs, regenerative internal probes, and an energy-based core. It looks like the Etherian anatomical composition is 70% biological, 30% mechanical, and the rest of the data is missing. Strange.
Let's log the data and move on.
Perhaps there's another console in this room that contains the access code to the door. Heads up! Rogue security system incoming again! Predictable, I suppose. They've upped their offensive, likely due to a perceived increase in threat level aboard the ship.
About to say, these guys seem a little tougher.
Oh, I'm glad that's over. Let's try another console.
Take items. Take items. Access console.
That's it! The door is open! I'm detecting a life sign. Cognitive functions are compatible with the cooperative Borg. We're getting closer.
Oh no. It's the bad old days where the Boff pathing was awful. There we go. Easily fixed. I remember those bad old days in open beta trying to navigate Boffs through doorways and exploration clusters. Oh, yeah.
What is this place?
You're on a Borg ship.
Look! It's Director Hugh! We better check his vitals. The Director's life signs are stable, but he's been put into a stasis. Scans show the pods are equipped with an integrated dispenser valve and a medical interface connected to the ship's console system. We should be able to wake the Director up by using a console command to activate the pod's dispenser. We just need to modify the output to release some sort of powerful stimulant.
How about Cordrazine?
That would do it.
I'll get started.
Look out! It's the Etherian security system! Scanning the Director's pod must have alerted them.
Hello.
We can hardly catch a break, can we? Let's activate the pod's dispenser.
I feel like it was apropos to be taking an anti-Borg, that I'm loaded down with 2 anti-Borg weapons, seeing as I'm fighting Borg. I'm not talking about the control Borg.
Excellent. The Cordrazine should kick in shortly.
Let's get the director out.
It looks like getting out of this pod from the inside is the tricky part. From out here, it should be relatively simple.
Agreed. A localized EMP burst would do.
Excellent idea. Not my speciality, though, I'm afraid. Indeed, we could target the control panel with a localized EMP to fry the locking mechanism. We could also recalibrate the control panel to bypass security parameters altogether.
Or try deciphering the access code.
The choice is yours.
I'm tactical. I'm good at blowing things up. I'll create an EMP burst.
Let's give it a try.
Once again, career-specific. It's been a long time since we've seen that.
That's it! We can open the pod.
It's been a long time since we've seen career-specific choices in a mission. This console's very pointy.
Director Hugh, are you okay?
Where are my officers?
They're safe. They're on the Rescava. We beamed them out, but we've yet to find Tassin Fey.
Forget Fey. We need to get off this ship. I'm worried about Tassin Fey too, but not the way you are. The Etherians? They've been lying to us. Here, look.
It's the missing data from the Etherian lab.
Through harmony, we are secure.
These biocides.
Through unity, we are strong.
Oh!
I don't understand. They're consistent with...
Borg. Yes. But also...
Through fusion, we are victorious.
Iconians.
Son of a bitch, I was right!
Look out! Getting away!
What was that?
A problem for later. Its escape has triggered some kind of red alert. Shields are up.
Damn, there goes our plan of beaming out.
There might be another way.
They're Borgonians!
Not the way I'd usually greet an ally of your distinction, but I suppose this is somewhat of a unique situation. I'll save the details of my gratitude for later. Needless to say, I owe you one. As for our escape plan, the raised shields do pose a problem. However, during my brief time aboard the Etherian ship, I learned that beaming out might not be the only option at our disposal.
We also learned a few things. Can you mark it?
Right. The Harmony's wall structures act as data nodes that store recordings of past events that have happened aboard the ship. We reverse engineered the nodes in order to play them back, much like a holo recording.
Actually, Director, your neutralization was the last recording we watched.
Your creativity is commendable. Well, however daunting that must have seemed, Tassin Fey's neutralization wasn't as effective as she'd hoped. It looks like the Etherians don't know enough about liberated Borg biology to knock us out entirely. Not yet, anyway. While I was being carried through the Etherian lab, slipping in and out of consciousness, I managed to send out a nanoprobe I had pre-programmed to scout for situational intel.
The missing data from the science lab?
Correct. This nanoprobe retrieves key data that is considered either useful or harmful. In this case, that included the hybrid Borg and Iconian biological composition of the Etherians, which the probe classified as potentially harmful. However, that's not all. The nanoprobe also detected massive energy spikes coming from a room on this level, up ahead. The energy type is consistent with the one emitted by the ship's portals. My guess is gateway technology.
Oh, no. An Iconian gateway?
It could be Iconian. Hard to say. Your guess is as good as mine. Most importantly, my intelligence suggests the Etherians are not on their side. Or ours. At least not for now.
For now?
Well, as a liberated Borg, or XB, as we used to call ourselves, I have hope that any civilization or individual might be open to reform. If they are anything like the Borg, or ancient Iconians we know of, then there might be a way to help them. But this isn't a hypothesis I'll live to test out if we don't get moving. That's a lesson I learned the hard way on another mission. So let's table this talk for a safer environment.
Let's go.
Let's get out of here before more pods explode. The Harmony's defenses have locked the path behind us. The only way onward is forward. Call me Hugh. I've spent far too many stardates as a nameless.
Hugh it is. What are those?
Assimilation pods. Heads up. We got company.
Oh, yeah.
Fighting them feels wrong. I thought we were allies.
Typically, I recommend setting phasers to stun, but that's a dance with assimilation I'd rather avoid, Admiral.
So, I was gonna comment...
Another hostile wave of Etherians incoming.
...that those drones were doing things that the Heralds used to do. But I reserved that comment. But no, I was
Your
right.
reputation precedes you. Well done.
It's the Turbo Iconians.
All right, let's go.
Okay, well, welcome to Decca's plan for Star Trek Online, the Iconian War again. All right, let's see what I got here. Let's see, Vox, Sompek Lightning. Macrovirus array, mass gravimetric distortion. Let's fight fire with fire, shall we? Let's see. What do you? Watcher servo, hurricane, jam subspace transmissions, powering anti-cloud. Debilitating shockwave, chronoton jolt, antiproton leash, chronoton spike. You wanna, let's see, mass gravimetric detonation. You wanna summon drones and fucking blow up the room? I can do that. Containment field, biomolecular photon grenade. What about all these universal consoles I got stuck with? Let's see, .3. Explosive soon drones. Channel cone. Choose your pain. Blade beetle, a Lul drone. I don't really like any of these. Shield suit process. This is trial. Tholian Technology Suite. I'm gonna hang on to that. Wealth exosuit. Watcher servo. You know what? We're gonna go with the biomolecular grenade. Actually, yeah. It's been a while since I've used that.
My nanoprobe is detecting elevated levels of gamma radiation nearby.
All right, everybody's together. Oh, this looks a lot like the Solanae base.
The Harmony's core.
Granddad Bex!
Hi, buddy. Aren't you dead?
The Etherians have lowered some sort of fractal containment fields blocking our path.
Leave it to me. I've become quite the expert on Etherian security systems.
Understood. We'll keep the Etherians at bay in the meantime.
Resist and you shall crumble. Accept and you shall ascend.
Another one? This influx seems endless.
Because Grandat was just a drone. He was a drone with personality, but he was a drone.
How's it looking, Admiral?
Almost there. The fractal containment field has been lowered.
Incredible.
Collaboration is fruitful. Why such discord in the face of harmony?
He is teleporting away. That's our chance. Let's get out of here.
And it's not going to be that easy.
I hope you're right about that gateway technology. A magnetic containment field protecting a cube-shaped reactor core.
Looks familiar, right? If only my tour had started in this room.
It's quite the display for a reactor core. It must be important to them.
When I said stack up, this is not what I meant.
Trapped again. It did seem too easy.
You're right, Hugh. These Granddad Bexes are beaming in with no end in sight.
There must be another way to defeat them.
I have a plan, but it's risky.
All ears.
If we lower its containment field, we could fire at the reactor core to initiate a breach.
What about the gamma radiation leaking into the room, and the potential loss of life aboard the ship?
I'm willing to bet that putting the core at risk will initiate an emergency power transfer protocol. This would divert all main energy back to the core's containment field, interrupting Etherian transporters.
and likely divert power from the fractal containment fields too. A hell of a plan, Admiral.
And we'd have to backtrack into the room to carry it out.
A risk worth taking. Let's do it.
I'll get to work on this fractal containment field. The field has been lowered.
Alright. I need something with more punch to deal with these guys.
Act quickly. The Ethereans aren't messing around.
I'm on it. Cover me. Reconfiguring security parameters.
Okay, that did nothing. What the hell?
How much longer, Admiral?
10 seconds.
You've got 5.
Done. The magnetic containment field has been lowered. Target the reactor core. Radiation levels are rising. We need to leave.
Let's go.
The control panel is malfunctioning. Cover me. I just need a couple of seconds.
Your second life awaits you, Hugh.
There. It's open. Where's Hugh?
There's something I need to do.
Radiation levels are too high. We need to leave. Emergency systems might seal this section off. This could be our last chance.
I know. That's why you should go ahead without me.
You can't save him, Hugh.
I know, but if I can get through, for even just a second, then it's worth a shot. I have to try.
Damn. We can't leave him behind.
Grendat Bex, that's your name, right? Where's Tassine Faye?
We are Grendat Bex. We are Tessine Faye. We are all at once, and soon you shall be too.
I'd rather die than be reassimilated.
It is the only way. Uprisers shall be quelled. Deniers shall be fused. You must join us. You must ascend.
Listen, it doesn't have to be like this.
Oh, but it does.
My people have the means to restore your freedom.
He doesn't want it.
You misunderstand. We are free. We have long been freed from the shackles of Iconian rigor, and we have taken what serves us best from the Borg. We are evolved.
See, the trouble is, I think you think you're free, but you're not. Everything you're saying right now, that sounds an awful lot like a collective I used to be a part of. You think you don't have a choice, but if you ask me, you've just forgotten how to choose.
You are mistaken. We do not choose the ether. It chooses us. We follow its path.
Well, a wise man once told me, even when you think you don't have a choice, there always is one. I might not be able to help you now, but maybe I'll be able to help you one day. No one is beyond redemption.
I beg to disagree.
We need to leave now.
I'm sorry.
A little more hurry up, you, please.
Follow me.
Incredible. An entire bay of gateways.
Oh, this is a nightmare waiting to happen.
Admiral Kumarke, I've been told your scientific expertise lies in stellar stabilization and planetary restoration. How do you fare with gateway stabilization and remodulation?
I think you're in luck.
You are in luck. These aren't too dissimilar from the Tourette system gateway we encountered recently. I should be able to modify one of the gateway's frequencies to match the coordinates of our ships.
In the meantime, let's call for more backup.
Perfect. In the meantime, I'll send out a call to the cooperative for additional backup. If my earlier distress signal worked, then the Yasutake should already be waiting for my return.
Let's hope it did.
The Rescava is on standby.
Ready when you are.
Right. I'll get started on the gateway.
Heads up! More hostile Etherians incoming.
Through harmony, we are secure. Through unity, we are strong.
Oh, we're gonna hear the whole Sith code. What's the third part?
Through fusion, we are victorious.
Yep. Through power, my chains are broken. This feels an awful lot like holding the line while Sayla got us out of there. Let's get the hell out of here.
Nicely done, Admiral Kumarke. Well, no time to waste. Let's see if this gateway takes us to our ships as intended. See you on the other side.
See you on the other side.
Glad to see you made it in one piece. Let's check in with the Rescava.
Kumarke, do you copy?
Loud and clear. It's good to see you both back on your ships. But this isn't over quite yet. The Harmony is hailing us.
On screen.
Friends, this truly has been a grave misunderstanding.
That music. Yeah, the music has misunderstood the tone of what's going on. Tyson Fey, your eyes.
Remnants of our Iconian heritage, yes.
You hid your true form from us. Why?
To protect you from your own assumptions, of course. For your own benefit, on your path to a greater truth. The only truth. We seek not to harm you, but to welcome you. As we eventually did with the Borg. We stand on the precipice of a new era, led by the Ether.
The Etherians almost killed us. I don't like either of these responses. Both of these responses are dumb. Like, we were supposed to be a united front. We were never a united front. The goal was to assimilate us the whole time. Like, what about what everything you just saw would make your character, like, think that there's any way in hell that you should still be allies with these people? Why would, like, But then again, why would you feel so betrayed at all if you paid attention to what was going on? It's just, man.
It does not have to be. Today's events are a testament to our strength in dealing with unforeseen adversity. We are now sure than ever that we can be more than allies. We can be one. Do you not recall our axiom? Through harmony, we are secure. Through unity, we are strong. Through fusion, we are victorious.
That last line was never included in the Axiom.
Was it not? Our mistake.
I find that hard to believe.
There must be a diplomatic way forward, even after today.
No!
Tassine Faye, my people and I, we can help you. The Cooperative advocates for the free Borg. Our reclamation methods are consistently evolving and improving, and yet the core of our mission remains the same. A liberated Borg does not rid themselves of their past. They simply dare to challenge it.
Tassine Faye, I strongly suggest you consider this offer. It might be the only chance you get before the galaxy turns against you for your duplicity.
Last chance, Faye.
The galaxy will turn against itself long before it turns against us. We will watch from afar as factions burn and tear each other apart. It is foretold. The Ether will be ready to welcome those who survive.
We won't let that happen.
Your rejection of perfection is disappointing. We were hoping you would see the light. But you are not the first friends of ours who have refused ascension. Like everyone else from our dimension, you shall undergo fusion.
You deceived us. No shit!
We learned from the best. We have been watching you for centuries. It is a shame that all of this ends now. Your individuality has been most intriguing. But it is useless nonetheless. Soon, we shall be fused. And you will know perfection.
Not a chance.
Your ship is compromised, Tassine Faye. Stand down. Friends, you are no friend to me. Friends do not force others to join them to let them.
Looks like the Ethereum is also called for backup.
Tassine Faye, we need help.
The Harmony has severed our comms link.
Damn it.
Four shields failing.
The Harmony's repairs are nearing completion. Brace yourselves.
Welcome to the bad old days of the Iconian War.
The Harmony is disengaging.
Reality vortices? I thought only the mirror
Nope.
Let her go. This is just the beginning.
Control Borg incoming! Tossing fate, let them through reality forfeit!
So she didn't need the cooperative help after or deception.
What is this serious story all along? Control Borg spilling into our universe as a complication and a cover-up?
Finally catching on.
Another wave of Control Borg incoming!
Our records suggest getting others into their dirty work. Well-known activity in practice.
Good to know.
Yeah, I could have told you guys that. The moment I read Tal Shiar, I was like, oh no.
Vortices are closing!
Yellow. Whee!
Here's some more backup on our side.
We're doing alright.
I've made the call. Any moment now. Your perseverance reminds me of a friend of mine. Never took no for an answer.
Yep, here's your future cooperative faction right here. At least I think that's where this is heading.
Backup arriving just in time never hurts. However, Tassine Faye is still out there somewhere, and what she said about the galaxy turning against itself may be true. Reports of Borg incursions are multiplying by the stardate, with an unusual increase in infighting among Control, Mirror, and Prime Borg.
Let's not forget the creature that escaped from the Harmony.
Right. We may well and truly be on the precipice of a new era, as Tassine Faye said, one of a multiversal war.
Where do we go from here?
For now, let's return to safety and regather our strength. More Ethereans could arrive unannounced at any moment. I will mask our warp signatures so we can return safely. A little trick I picked up during my unfortunate time in captivity many years ago. Once we're out of harm's way, I'll contact you to send over any information the Cooperative has on the Ethereans.
We'll stand by for an update.
Oh, before you leave, I wanted to thank you for coming to my aid. There was a time in which a person like you might have left a liberated Borg like me behind. I'm touched to see this is no longer the case. Though we are no longer the most despised people in the galaxy, forging alliances is still a delicate endeavor for us. This means a lot to me, and the Cooperative.
Glad we could help.
Today was eventful, to say the least. But I'm thankful I had you by my side through it all. We make quite the team. It only pains me that Tassine Faye was never really part of it.
Looks like the Tholians were right about them.
Yes, the Tholians never really took to the Ethereans, did they? In any case, I must return so I can forward Director Hughes' intel to the Lucari Concordium when I receive it. Reporting the possibility of a multiversal war with the Borg to our superiors will be an interesting conversation. I wish you the best of luck.
Let's go home. Oh.
Did your warp out also malfunction? How odd. This happened to me recently on another Lucari ship. I'll be sure to report it. Let's try that again. Stay safe out there.
Is this a fake out ending? No, okay. I was wondering if it's going to be like a fake out ending, like you try again, then there's an ambush. So I'm going to go to my ready room so I'm not, like, deafened by the worst possible, most tonally inappropriate music the game randomly chooses. Back into our regular duds. Take a seat. So, it makes sense that the Tholians, of all people, would not trust the Aetherians at all, considering that the Tholians, their dominion isn't just, like, in one universe. The Tholian Assembly is a governmental body that occupies multiple universes. This is the reason given why the, I'm forgetting the name of the episode. The one with the Defiant. God, I know the episode's on the edge of my... It's on the tip of my mind. If you ask me what a TNG episode, I'll give you the TNG episode. But TOS is another. Tholian Web. Duh. The interphase phenomena in the Tholian Web. Of course it's called the Tholian Web. What the hell is wrong with me? And that sent the Defiant back in time into another universe and in a mirror darkly, because the Tholians are basically assisting Tholians in another universe because they're all the same body, right? They're the same government. So, of course, the Tholians would know that the Aetherians were not legit. The plot hole is, why didn't they tell anybody else? Like, why didn't they, like, say, they're lying, this is why, here's the evidence. But the Tholians are xenophobes, and you could explain it that way. But even then, like, the xenophobes are going to realize, hey, we kind of lost to these guys in another universe. We're not going to be able to fight them alone. We should probably convince everybody else that they're not legit. So, you know, there's that. Let's see what the mission giver has to say.
Here's the intel we gathered on the Aetherians. It appears they are alternate universe Iconians who fused with the Borg to forgo assimilation, an event as yet unheard of. Their advanced Iconian technology and knack for deception has also been cause for great concern. Multiple reports of cooperative ship malfunctions after first contact with the Aetherians have now surfaced. Lastly, during my time aboard the Harmony, I overheard Tassine Faye speak of the creature that escaped. I activated my translator just in time to hear her call it the Chimeran specimen.
Oh.
That's all I have for now.
That's lovely.
I'll reach out if anything changes. Do not hesitate to do the same, should you need us.
And you get an XB uniform because by this point, you are a former Borg. And then I stand up dramatically in my chair. And it's bound. Inspect the site for a visual preview. That is not the XB uniform. A uniform used during sub-aqua activities. I can only be used in the off by male or female captain. Yeah, that is not the XB uniform. That is the icon and text for like a wetsuit. For Ryza. So yeah, Dekka still learning the ropes. The moment I read Tal Shiar, I was like, oh, fucking... The moment I read Tal Shiar, I knew what we were dealing with. I was just waiting to see what the mission was going to say. You heard me. You heard my reaction to that. I was like, oh, god damn it. Well, yeah, it turns out that the creepy, untrustworthy aliens from another universe who were incredibly sketchy were in fact creepy, untrustworthy aliens who were from another universe who were incredibly sketchy. What a shock. Honestly, pretty much everybody their responses to this storyline has been, okay, so when does the other shoe drop? Because we all know they're the bad guys because they speak they speak in like supervillain lines from a movie trailer. So obviously they're gonna be bad guys. So I think the next time I'm just going to do this Omega particle stabilization. So we have to do the episode. I might run that episode again. That was fun. Like, the Battle Royale and the particles seem to be the way to go if you want to get this event done fast. I will not do Wolf 359 or Royal Flush daily. Thank you very much. Like, if you gave me a TFO, if you give me a patrol, just give me a patrol, right? Where you fight a fusion cube. And I'll do that. But I ain't doing Royal Flush every day. Screw that. Hell no. Hell no! There is also a Zen sale going on. You get 20% bonus Zen, so if you want to, if you're waiting to get Zen for whatever reason, my particular reason was the Heritage Pack Mark II, which is probably coming. Which I'm hoping that's going to come with a Maelstrom Photon. That's what I'm really hoping for, is a Maelstrom Photon torpedoes. Because the toothpaste is fun, but I want Photon. The Photons work on everything, right? Regardless of whatever era that character is supposed to be in. Like TOS, TMP, TNG, etc. All of them use Photon torpedoes. So that Maelstrom Photon is really what I'm waiting for. And I'm hoping that's going to be in the Heritage Pack, because this is very motion picture era themed. And it would make a lot of sense for it to be a Maelstrom Photon. That's like the bonus item that's in the pack. It's going to be a pack of 4 ships. And my prediction is as follows. Only one of them is on a new skeleton. Right? Only one of the ships. I think that's going to be the Ark Royal. All 3 others are going to be on an existing skeleton. And my predictions for that are the Ulysses is going to be an ambassador. The Okinawa, the frigate, is going to be a Nova. That leaves a couple other ships. That leaves the Proxima, which I don't know. I don't think the Proxima would have to be its own skeleton, so that can't be it, because we know the Ark Royal's in the pack. It could be the Proxima, though, or they could include the frigate. They could include the Akula, which would basically be on the same skeleton as the Atlantis / Challenger. Like, that could possibly work. Although the Akula would be way smaller than either, so I don't know. And as for the 4th... I really don't know. We know the Ark Royal is one of them. I think it's going to be Ark Royal, Ulysses, Akula, and what else do we have? Because the Ark Royal, if this is motion picture based, what we're talking about is basically the 14 Degrees East games, like Taldrin, like that era. It could be the AB class. Would that be on its own skeleton, though? It could be the AB. It could be the Akiyazi, which would basically be a scaled down version of the Akiyazi would basically be like the Intrepid from Picard. In fact, the Intrepid from Picard is a TNG version of the Akiyazi. I think Blast outright said that. I know what it's going to be. It's going to be the Shangri-La. It's going to be the TMP version of, or it's really a Lost Era ship. It's going to be the Lost Era version of the Neocon, the Neoprize. It's going to be the Shangri-La. It's going to be the Ulysses. It's going to be the Ark Royal, and it's going to be the Okinawa. Those are my 4. Those are my predictions. Let's see if I am correct, and hopefully either a Maelstrom Photon, or it's going to have something like motion picture era related, like a pack of reclaimable assault phasers, maybe, or something along those lines, right? Or the marine armor, or something. Hopefully the pack isn't too bloated, but they have said, but I think it was either Thomas or it was somebody said on, I think it was on Kale's stream, because Kale is interviewing the Cryptic and Deca, essentially. He's over on Vengeance God, over on Twitch, if you want to catch his stuff. It's more than just Heritage Pack 2.0. So I'm interested in where they're going with this. But those are my 4 predictions. Shangri-La, Ulysses, Ark Royal, Okinawa. And Maelstrom Photons, pretty please. We will see how close I am soon. Because they said they will be announcing the pack after, like very soon after the anniversary began. So, we'll see.